Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome to our weekly Sunday briefing happening today here in Mombasa. In the past week, we have hosted our 4th State House Summit on Tourism and the Environment. These summits are important. They create a platform for stakeholders to engage on issues of interest. And Wednesday's summit focused on tourism and the environment. And we are glad that it elicited such widespread engagement with citizens through broadcast, print, and new media avenues. Tourism is critical to the economic growth and development of both Mombasa and its neighboring counties, as well as the country as a whole. It is an area in which President Uhuru Kenyatta's administration has invested heavily and will continue to do so. What we learned from the summit was that all stakeholders want to work together to lift the sector, and in that they can feel secure in the knowledge that the President is doing everything possible to ensure that their efforts are both coordinated and that they bear fruit. Tourism is fast racing towards recovery, and we are all pleased with that. This administration has focused on improving security, infrastructure, and marketing in its plans to invigorate the sector, and these enablers will accelerate the recovery of the industry. Cabinet Secretary Najib Balala and other industry players discussed other measures taken to revitalize the sector, and in the coming weeks, we expect this work to continue. As many of you have noticed, in a week in which we discussed tourism, we had an unexpected friend promoting Kenya as a destination of choice as well. And I'm talking about Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, whose serene pictures from Naivasha posted to his 78 million followers were, of course, a welcome contribution. May I also add that Mr. Zuckerberg did not wait to be invited to the tourism summit to play his role in promoting the sector. The President looks to these summits to nurture honest and critical exchange of ideas and feedback among stakeholders, ultimately leading to improved service delivery for the Kenyan people, who are the biggest stakeholders in these matters. We will continue the State House Summit series in the coming weeks. Our next summit will be on health and will take place on September the 12th at State House, Nairobi. Secondly, let me focus a little on the President's tour of the coastal counties. He has had a frenetic schedule. Those ones who have traveled around with him understand that. And we are moving towards the tail end of that visit. Let me recap some of the work he has attended to. The President kicked off his visit to the coast by opening 2 markets that will improve the working environment for small traders in Mombasa. He opened the refurbished Kongowea, which has a capacity of 12,500 people and was built at a cost of 320 million shillings. And the President later opened the Mackinnon Market, refurbished by the National Youth Service at a cost of 17 million shillings. He also opened the ASK show and the 30 billion shilling phase 1 of the second container terminal. President Kenyatta launched a number of projects that will boost the economy and improve the welfare of coast residents, and particularly let's focus on the work given to roads, hospital equipment, title deeds, electricity, especially electricity, where under the last mile connectivity program, thousands of homes are being connected for the first time. In Hola, the President pledged that Tana River County will cease using a generator and be connected to the national grid for the first time from September the 15th. Other projects commissioned, this is just as by way of a reminder, upgrading of the Madogo Bura Hola Road, the Charendende Bura Road, the Malindi Kakokeni Salagate Road, and of course yesterday the commissioning of the upgraded Kanda Dam, which will serve 30,000 people, upgrading of the Kenya Medical Training College in Msambweni, as well as launching medical services equipment at the Hola Referral Hospital, which was done at 400 million shillings, and at Kilifi Level 5 Hospital, done at the cost of 380 million shillings. While we are on the subject of development, let me highlight the progress made in connecting primary schools to electricity in Mombasa County. Changamwe's 12 primary schools are all connected to power. Jomvu's 7 primary schools, Kisauni's 13 primary schools, Nyali's 11 primary schools, Likoni's 18 primary schools, and Mvita's 29 primary schools. That means that all 90 primary schools in these constituencies have had their electricity installed, some of them for the very first time.